choose your Google Calendar. If you have a Google Calendar, most people probably have one Google Calendar, their default Google Calendar. And usually Google will give you things like maybe the US or the Canadian holidays. You would actually set up a calendar, and for each event you add, you can add it to specific calendars, and then you can share those events with different people. Could you explain a little bit, Piotr?
Of course. So let's start with security. You may have events that are private, like staff meetings, and you may wish to keep these events private and not expose them to the public, which makes sense. With this update, you can tell Display.Church which calendars you would like to sync. So it makes easier to group events with Google Calendar, because you can create a dedicated calendar, as Jason has mentioned, per department or per ministry or per group, and then sync only these calendars to create widgets for specific purposes.
Demo of how you can actually set this up and how you use this within our system. Lisa?
Right, in my integrations page, and I'm going to scroll down to Google Calendar. I'm going to click on the More menu, and I'm going to click on Edit. And if I scroll down, you'll see that Display.Church has taken in all the calendars that are associated with my login, but I've only chosen 2 of them. I can change my choices, click the check boxes as I like, and then click Update. Whatever I check is what Display.Church will use.
What happens is, if you first integrate with us, you tell us which calendars you want to sync over. So if you have your private events, we don't sync those over. So we do recommend for churches, if you're going to use Google, set up a secondary calendar event. And it's not too difficult to add. You just add a calendar. So whenever you add an event, you can probably set up one for public, church. You can probably set up one for staff meeting, maybe something that is for kids or kids ministry. You don't want that online, but you want to share that. So again, the advantage with Google, you can continue to use it as you do normally. But when you set those up and you filter that through to us, we can then create widgets for you and be able to, then you can embed that on your website. You can share it in your mobile app and things of that nature.